is a pop music icon back in the 80s with his band Culture Club. And now, over 30 years later, they've reunited for a global tour. Please welcome to our show for the first time, the one and only Boy George.
I wondered what colour your hair would be.
Oh. I wonder what color your hair is.
Mine's grey. I'm a silver fox.
I love you.
Nice to meet you.
So you wondered what color my hair would be.
Yeah.
But I wonder what color your hair is.
Mine's kind of silver, you know, it's getting kind of greyer, which is great, you know.
I love your hat.
Thank you.
Let's give some Boy George shoe cam. Keep your feet on those feet, no on these feet.
Okay.
There you go. Yes, Boy George.
These were a gift. These were a gift. I had a whole hat dilemma this morning because I've got quite a few hats with me, and I was like, what hat, what hat, what hat? So this is the one I chose.
Well, hats are a problem to travel with because you don't want to crush them. So you must
need a
have...
steamer. And trunks. And someone to steam them.
And people, yes, and people.
There you go. This hat's squashed, and then somebody miraculously brings it back, and it's perfect.
Do you like having people around doing things like that? Because you and I are in the same age category, and I don't like people around. Like, I like my own company. I'd rather wear a squashed hat than call somebody in to steam it.
I quite like being fussed over.
You do?
A few weeks ago, I did a show at Christmas with Cyndi Lauper, and I had like 4 Mac people doing my face at the same time.
Yes.
And I was like in heaven. I was like, oh, can I take you everywhere with me? You know.
Well, so have you always been this flamboyant? And when I say that, what I mean is, like when you were in 5th grade, were you the boy in school who had interesting knickers and interesting hair?
It kind of started around like 10 or 11.
Who raised you?
My parents raised me, but you know...
Okay.
But you know, I always say, like, it was all Bowie's fault because I saw David Bowie when I was 11 years old, and that's when the sort of, you know, started to dye the hair. I got the inside of a felt pen, and I dyed the underneath my hair blue, thinking my dad wouldn't see it.
Love it.
And it was like, get that out of your hair, you know, so it ran about, like, 11, 12.
And then would your mom defend you to your dad?
My mum, yeah, a little bit. My mum later on, because my mum was a seamstress, so she would make me stuff.
Fabulous.
So I would bring home, like, furniture, like fabric from chair covers and say, make me a pair of trousers. And she would do it, but, you know, she would always be worried that I was going to get beat up, you know.
Yes.
It was always like, she kind of liked it, but she was always thinking, oh, my God, if you go out like that, you know, you're going to get hit.
So you felt like you were gay at that particular point, and your mom kind of knew, and you two had a relationship that you...
Well, my mum's way of kind of acknowledging my sexuality, she bought me this record by Rod Stewart called The Killing of Georgie. Do you know that record?
No.
It's a famous record in the 70s. Georgie Boy was gay, I guess. Nothing more, nothing less. It was a Rod Stewart song.
Oh.
She bought it in a brown paper bag, put it in my drawer, and that was her way of kind of saying, I kind of understand, but I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Spare me the details.
Yes, yes, yes.
But unfortunately, that was never going to work for me. So I kind of decided that, you know, because I've got, like, 6 kids in my family.
Uh-huh.
And I just thought, well, if they're able to bring home their boyfriends and girlfriends or whatever, I'm going to have to do the same thing. So I didn't hide it. I was very...
Good for you.
In the face.
Good for you. And, you know, so you walked out to Karma Chameleon.
Yeah.
And I often hear that people, a lot of famous people, don't like to hear about the things that made them great back in the day. Do you still enjoy performing that song?
That song paid for my house.
Okay.
And in fact, it paid for all of their houses.
Okay.
So about 5 in total.
Good for you.
And a new carpet for my mum. So no, I love that song.
Now,
love that song.
You came, you and Madonna and Prince, and you were all together. Did you have a relationship with him? Because I heard something that you said.
That was a joke.
You said that you slept with him. Just saying.
I was because, you know, I was doing The Voice last year with, and one of the, we were competing to get these kids on our team.
This is before Prince passed.
Yeah, and one of the other judges said, oh, I've sang with Prince. And as a joke, said I slept with Prince. Of course, that's not true at all. And then I changed it. I said, well, I slept with a poster of him under my, you know, under me.
Yes.
So, yeah. But yeah, I did meet Prince once. I'm a massive Prince fan.
Yes.
I mean, I was very, very, very heartbroken.
Did he love you?
I don't know if he loved me. I don't know. I mean, I heard things. You know, I heard that he loved Karma Chameleon, which is kind of so random. But I knew Apollonia. You know Apollonia?
Yes.
I knew her very well, and she always said that he was a fan. I met him once in Italy, and he was suitably eccentric. That's all I can say.
Yes.
He was exactly what you'd expect him to be. He was Prince, you know.
So, by the way, do I call you boy or do I call you George?
You can call me
or
George
sir.
or boy. It doesn't. No, not sir.
Okay.
No.
I mean, but you're like royalty in England. I figured you would have been knighted by now. Like
No.
Sir Boy George.
There's been too much scandal.
Well, speaking of which, are you sober?
I'm very sober.
How many fingers do I have up?
I'm over 8 years sober now.
8 years sober.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. It's the only way.
Yes.
It's the only way anything ever gets done. I mean, you know, it's just... One of the things I realised, you know, when I got sober was that I was really bad at doing that.
Yes.
I'm much better at being clear-headed.
Yes.
You know, much better.
I totally understand. So now the Culture Club is on tour now. You're doing this massive world tour.
Yeah.
Is it easier being Boy George touring in his 50s than it was in his 30s or...
It is, because I feel kind of really lucky to do what I do. I think when you get to the point where you realise this is your job...
Yes.
And then you have to go out and be the best version of yourself that you can be now.
Yes.
You know, when you realise it's a job and you're entertaining people, you know, it's that question, are you entertaining yourself or other people?
Yes.
When you're 19, you're a little bit confused about that, you know. And as you get a bit older, you think, no, people have paid to see me and I'm gonna be amazing.
So who's your man?
Who's my man?
Yes.
Oh, no, do you know what? At the moment, because I'm touring, I'm on tour right now with Cyndi Lauper. I'm playing tonight at the Beacon Theatre with Cyndi Lauper. Then I go off.
That's a great one. That's a great one.
That's a great ticket.
Yes.
And then I'm going off for like 3 months with Culture Club. I'm going to Australia, Japan. If I had a boyfriend, it'd be very expensive. You know, because I couldn't travel in first class and have him in coach.
But you have enough money to have both of you. Are you cheap?
I'm not cheap, no.
Okay.
I'm not cheap. I said I love being pampered, but you know what? At the moment, you know, I'm kind of sort of working on my career. You know, I'm having a kind of renaissance, and you have to really concentrate on that.
Yes, yeah.
Having said that, if, you know, Justin Bieber called and said, hey, do you want to go on a date? I might...
Maybe, if you're free. Okay, so now, when you watch Hot Topic... By the way, have you ever seen this show?
Of course.
Okay, sorry, I never
We
know.
have you in the UK. I think the Queen watches you.
So this is the thing. On Hot Topics, do you remember I talked about the new cast of Celebrity Apprentice? Now, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger...
I saw that.
Oh, you did?
Oh, yeah.
So Arnold is the Donald, while Donald is running for president.
Yeah.
And you're one of the castmates.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say to you, I said, why are you doing this? Not because it's a bad idea, but because I think of you as bigger. Like, you're an icon. Like, why would you be... By the way, it's one of my favorite shows, but I just don't see the two of you
Would you do it?
No, I've been asked.
You wouldn't do it?
No, I don't know wealthy people like that.
You know what? It's funny. It's like, you know, because, you know, I can't give too much away, obviously.
Because you already taped it.
I can't give too much away.
Okay. Why did you say yes?
Why did I say yes?
Yes.
Because it's... First of all, you know, the idea of me and Arnie Schwarzenegger was just too bonkers to say no to. It's like, Boy George and Arnie, that's just genius. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And I thought it would be kind of challenging. And it is, you know, because when you do it, you don't realise you actually have to do the work.
I don't know what took so long for Boy George to get here. He's our people. And we're going to take a break. Up next, we're going to get to know Boy George even more in a round of Fave 5. Like for a dishwasher commercial or something like that.
There's some of that, but there's some great little kids on the TV, like, that do versions of, like, Karma Chameleon and stuff.
Look, we're back, and we chatted through the entire commercial break. I still can't believe this is our first time getting together.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, okay, so it's time for us to know Boy George even more with Fave 5. I'm gonna ask you 5 questions, and I want you to answer as honestly as possible, and then I've got a prize for you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Boy George, your favorite fan encounter?
Well, I think the weirdest thing a fan's ever done, there was this Japanese fan that sent me these 2 massive boxes full of all her belongings. You know, like Japanese size, like, you know, bras, knickers, teacups, tea. I think she thought she was probably going to be moving in with me, so she was sending stuff ahead. You know, and I got these boxes and I was like, this is like someone's life.
Was there a telephone number to call?
No, it was really random. 2 huge boxes. I gave them to the charity shop, obviously, because there was nothing in there that fitted me. But Japanese fans can be quite eccentric.
That is
always the most
very eccentric. Okay. Now, here's your second question in our Fave 5. Your favorite celebrity whose number you have in your phone right now.
Well, I have Justin Bieber's number, but only because I wanted to... And I actually got it off my stylist because he knows him, so I was, give me that. I would never call or give it out, but my little niece is like a Belieber, so I like go...
Yeah, click. You got it.
Like if I meet people like Justin Bieber or like Taylor Swift or anyone like that, she goes completely nuts. Because she's like, you know...
Cool ass
I'm Uncle George. No, but she doesn't... Uncle George, it's like, she doesn't get who I am.
Yes.
It's like, she doesn't get who I am.
How old is she?
She's like 15.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
All right.
Molly.
So here's question number 3. Your favorite song to get you in the mood?
It's always Nina Simone, Mississippi Jam. It's like one of the most stirring, passionate songs ever written. And if I want to be impassioned, that's the song I put on.
Perfect.
You know that song?
No.
Oh, you have to go and listen to it. It's brilliant.
Okay.
It's brilliant.
Number 4. Your favorite current music artist? Oh, and you can only pick one.
Okay. I went to a concert the other night by an artist called Anoni, who was formerly Antonina Johnson's. It was one of the most compelling shows I've seen, and I'm obsessed with this particular song called Crisis. The album's called Hopelessness, and the song Crisis, it's very dark. It's not pop, but it's very special.
Okay.
Anoni.
You're drawing me in.
Anoni.
I want to follow up with the same category, Beyonce or Rihanna?
Oh, that's not fair.
It's the Wendy show.
It has to be Beyonce. I mean, you know, she looks like, Beyonce looks like she could deck me. I'm like...
Okay, and here's your final one. Your favorite celebrities to socialize with and why?
Well, at the moment, I'm on tour with Cyndi Lauper, so obviously I have to say Cyndi because she's just great fun.
Yeah.
And, you know, she should really be British. I mean, she's such an eccentric, you know, but she's just such a lovely person.
Back in the day when we were all young, because we're all in the same age group, I thought of you being the male version of her and her being the male version of you. The colors, the eccentricity, and just the owning life and having fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Please don't be a stranger. Please come back.
Absolutely.
We've got a prize for you.
You have?
Yes, we do.
Wow.
I know you love hats. And here, Boy George.
I'll try this one in private. You know...
Turn this around so Rambo can get a shot. It's our How You Doing hat. Yeah. We're good with the gifts around here. And thanks for being here. Culture Club is now on tour. Go to wendyshow.com to find out when they're coming to a city near you.